welcome into another episode of the Movie Geek Podcast. I'm your host, George T., and this is your weekend box office report and what is to come as well. Quick note, please subscribe, like, comment, share. This podcast has been so much fun, and I'm almost close to 100 episodes. I believe at the moment August 13th edition of this podcast will be the 100th, but I'm not sure yet. We're getting there. I have so many movies to review and stuff. I may just do one episode where watch or skip. I'm not really sure how this is going to work. I did see Happy Gilmore 2, and probably will see Naked Gun. I'll probably do a review of both of those, especially if Naked Gun is what I think it is going to be. So, which doesn't bode well for either one of these movies, but again, also I have shorts out there, shooting shots for some guests. So if you can go back to those shorts, comment, share them, do whatever we need to. Watch them 100 times. Get those views up. Whatever you need to do to help me out is so appreciative. Alright, so let's look at the weekend box office. So we have in 5th place, still going strong. They fell from 4th to 5th at $30.4 million. It's the Smurfs. Surprising that it's still in the top 5 with all the big movies that are out there and some of the other kids' movies that are out there. So Smurfs hanging in there. Unusual jump, as F1 was the 5th spot, has now taken the 4th spot at $6.3 million. Jurassic World still hanging in there, was 2nd, now 3rd, is $13.2. Obviously, Superman has been knocked down from 1 to 2. That is typical this time of year with the summer box office at 24.8. We always have a big movie and then another big movie 2 weeks later or a week later. It's usually how it works. And then finally, obviously the number one movie in America and the world is Fantastic Four. It makes $117.5 million. And if you have not seen that episode that I did for Monday, because I did see it last Thursday when it opened, then go and check that out. Again, I will repeat that I think Marvel is definitely on the right path, and that's good news for us Marvel fans and so on. And obviously with 3 really big movies coming up, I cannot see why Marvel cannot continue to grow back to where it was before, especially with Spider-Man coming in right before Doomsday, and then Secret Wars, and then there's a whole mess of other stuff that may be in there that will jog some emotion for Marvel fans. I know people say, well, there's superhero fatigue and whatnot, and it's been going on for a while. Well, not really. Superman for DC proved that it's not overly fatigued. What I think it was for a while was the fact that we were trying to pump too many of these movies out and not having good stories. Superman tells of a story that's not entirely Superman, and it more more toward the togetherness aspect that we all need. Fantastic Four has the same thing. They're rooted in family. You know, they did it as a family. They need the people to become part of their family to help them defeat Galactus. One side note, though, I did read something where the Thunderbolts director was asked if there was any link to the two movies. And his response was kind of interesting in the fact that he did not know, he didn't know if it tied in or not. Also, the director of Fantastic Four was unaware of the the post-credit scene that everyone's talking about. So, lots of confusion there. So who, maybe they're playing coy with everyone because obviously Doomsday is coming on the horizon. Maybe they're not trying to give anything away. So that is the possibility. So with that being said, Fantastic Four was a pretty good movie for Marvel. It was a good Marvel movie. Was it the best movie this year from Marvel? No. Thunderbolts was, for sure. That's pretty good. Alright. So, this weekend, I've already mentioned it, but Naked Gun is coming to the theaters. And, again, I'm not sure how to feel about this. This was one of my movies that was in that category of we'll watch, but is it a necessary sequel or reboot in this case, or sequel? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not sure how this is classified yet, and I'm waiting to see more of the movie, obviously, to know. Obviously, it looks like nostalgia flashback, kind of like Happy Gilmore 2 was, and that makes it maybe why are we doing this kind of sequel, but I could be surprised. Although hopefully the trailer is not the only place that you would find the humor or everything that is humorous in that trailer. So a movie that's coming out today in a weird Wednesday opening. Together, Dave Franco and Alison Brie. This looks pretty dark, and I will definitely get out and see it, and I will probably do a review on it sometime next week. But after moving to a countryside, this couple encounters a supernatural occurrence that starts to transform them, not only their love, their lives, but their flesh. So this looks pretty interesting, and like I said, I will definitely want to see this movie. Bad Guys 2. So this is an animated film. This is another sequel film. A lot of good voice actors in this one. Bad Guys was a bunch of animals who robbed banks and so on, and this time the bad guys are trying to go on the straight and narrow, but are roped in to the life that they were accustomed to by a group called the Bad Girls. So again, another one of these movies that may not have needed to be made, but will be made. So yeah, another kids film. We'll see how that one works out as well. But I think Together is definitely on my list for definite number one if I had to for this weekend. She Rides Shotgun is another one. Taron Egerton and Odessa Ozan, marked for death by unrelenting enemies. A newly released ex-con must protect his 11-year-old estranged daughter from these unrelenting enemies. So it looks very interesting. I definitely will probably see it when it gets to streaming. I don't know how much of a big release it is. It's probably on a very small level. But it does look pretty interesting from the trailer, so there is that movie. One of the trippiest movies I saw a trailer for is Harvest. And the description will definitely explain why. So you've got over 7 hallucinating days, a village with no name in the middle of nowhere, and an undefined time and place, obviously, just ups and disappears. Yeah, very, very trippy. Very trippy. So there is that movie in small release. We have The Sparrow in the Chimney. This is it's really mostly in the title. So the stark personality differences between two sisters has never been more evident as they have to plan a birthday party together. Interesting. Anyway, Trouble Man is coming out as well. Michael Jai White and Method Man, a former cop turned PI, has been hired to investigate a missing R&B singer. His investigation, however, uncovers a connection to a layer of conspiracy, forcing him to question those around him and his own past. So, trailer looks pretty decent. So, I know it'll be in limited release or probably on video on demand. So, if that looks very interesting to you, you should check it out. A French movie called Solian Man's Story. So the story is an asylum. A cyclist who delivers meals to Paris has only 2 days to prepare for a crucial interview. The interview will determine his residency permit status in London. So, again, French film in very limited release. So, the trailer does look pretty interesting. It has been panned at some of the film festivals. So, there you go. There are 2 documentaries coming out this week. Tora. This is on the life of Tora Stanton. And then another one called Architecton. So this one looks very interesting. And they made a movie out of this. So an epic and intimate poetic meditation on architecture and how the designs and construction of certain buildings and designs from ancient past reveal our own destruction or our relevancy. So this will probably challenge the mind here. The trailer looks pretty interesting as they look at all the structures that are kind of unexplained and some that are explained as well. How, eventually these could wind up being our own destruction. Well, we've been here for a very long time on this planet as humans, so I think we're pretty safe. But very interesting look at that. I also want to do my top 5 movies that I'm interested in August, because we are literally 2 days away from August. I was going to do a separate one, but I've got plenty of time on this episode, so let's do this. There's a lot of movies that I was looking at, all the trailers, and I had a list of 10, but I tried to limit it to 5 for the episode. So let's take a look. Number 5, Caught Stealing. And this is Austin Butler. He is trying to help a friend out, but when he gets mixed up in the helping his friend out, he discovers that his friend wasn't telling him quite the truth. And when he finds out, then the shit hits the fan. So his friend has stolen from 4 different organizations, and it's, basically he's pulled his friend in, and he's got to help him get out of it. So trailer looks pretty interesting. I will try to play the trailer on this episode. We'll see how.
What the hell happened?
It's a nice call. Drink 'em if you got 'em.
Let's go back to your place and you can take advantage of my poor judgment.
I depend on your poor judgment.
I want to know if I can take this seriously.
What do you need to take us seriously?
Come on, kids, get a room.
Sorry, Miss Kitty.
Oi! What the fuck are you doing, geezer? Is that the best you can do? I've got to fly back to London. I need you to take care of my cat.
I like cats.
I like dogs.
Hey, is Russ home?
Who are you?
What's the baby, man?
Who did this to you?
La pistola. Either I get what I want or my pistol stuck from me.
These guys you messed up with, they're scary monsters.
I don't know anything.
Sweep me the fucking edge, you swat! What the fuck did you get me into?
Darling, you got to let me know.
Welcome to Narnia.
Should I stay or should I
How
go?
much is there?
Over 4 million.
Shit.
Everyone gets a cut. The Russians, the Puerto Ricans, the Hebrews.
What the fuck are you doing? Oh!
Is there lots of So what happens to me?
You're fucked.
You run away from what you're afraid of, then it owns you.
Buckle your seatbelt.
Should I stay or should I go now? Should I stay or should I go now?
What the fuck is going on?
Hasta aquí llegaste, cabrón.
If I stay, it will be done.
Either we go deeper or pick it up.
Let me know.
I don't want out.
Should I stay or should I go now?
I need to know that you're a guy that can take care of his shit. Asshole!
I can handle it.
I don't suppose you're Jewish, are you?
Eat, skinny boy.
You know you're gonna upset her.
I like you, Hank.
Should I stay or should I go?
Another one is Relay. So this is a movie about a bribe broker facilitates deals between corrupt companies and their threats. He breaks his own rules when a client needs protection and complicating his usual operations. So this stars Lily James as kind of the whistleblower that he needs to protect. Riz Ahmad plays the broker, and Sam Worthington is also in this film as well. The trailer looks pretty interesting, and hopefully it'll be seen. So we'll take a look.
My name is Sarah Grant. I'm in possession of evidence of an unlawful cover-up.
There are a number of whistleblower support organizations.
No, I just want to give everything back.
There are official channels, but
There are unofficial ones.
Who is he?
people who see things they shouldn't have. Who maybe should have looked the other way, but they can't.
I've never met him. That's kind of the point. It's a messaging service. They call you back.
This is the Tri-State Relay Service.
What is that?
It's a hearing-assisted device for the deaf.
The Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 prohibits relay operators from disclosing the content of any relayed conversation.
The person who's called you will type their conversation and I'll read it to you. No calls are recorded and everything you say is confidential.
There's a van parked out front. I think they're watching me.
They may try to scare you. They may try to make a deal. This is the only deal. We are not bodyguards. We are intermediaries. We can help you return the documents whilst maintaining leverage to protect you.
Has it ever gone wrong?
Sometimes we have to walk away.
Are you lonely?
I recommend we keep communication to a minimum.
Do you have the packages?
Yes.
We got our guy.
They know who you are. You're in big danger.
Why'd you do this for me?
That is my job.
Thank you for using the Tri-State Relay Service. Have a wonderful night.
And number 3, Honey Don't. This movie looks so wild. It stars Margaret Qualley as a small town and private investigator who devolves into a series of strange deaths tied to a mysterious church. Aubrey Place and Chris Evans are also in this movie, and Chris Evans is the reverend of this church. So this looks wild. Here's the trailer for it.
Submission! There is no higher service!
Address you wanted?
Thanks, MG.
Honey, right? Love those click-clacking heels.
Honey O'Donohue, to what do we owe the honor?
Can you tell me about this woman, Mia Novotny?
She got stabbed and stuffed in the car, I guess.
In the cool of the evening when everything is getting kinda cool.
Only when we submit to the will of God do we serve him. Hector, not in the sacristy.
You call me up and ask me would I like to go with you and see a movie.
The French, they're not happy.
Who's not happy?
First I say no, I got some plans for tonight.
Honey O'Donohue, I ain't seen you in a minute.
Mia Novotny, are you aware of any trouble she was in?
Will she owe you money?
She was afraid of something the cops couldn't help her with. I said I'd help. Cops said it was an accident. That was from her church in town. She never wore that in the house. You'll neither.
Why is a private investigator looking into a traffic fatality?
What can you tell me about?
Do you drink?
Heavily, it's a point of pride.
Should you and I discuss this over a drink?
Tuesdays I dry out.
Today's Wednesday.
Today is Tuesday.
Spooky.
Action! Duty! Submission! There is no higher service! I help people, Miss O'Donohue. I see a need and I fill it.
You see a need and you exploit it.
This is God's punishment.
And His will be done.
Can you help me?
Yeah.
You're fascinating.
And you haven't even seen the riddle tattooed on my ass.
Love is kinda crazy with a spooky little boy like you.
Number 2 is Eden. This is a Ron Howard movie. I will always see a Ron Howard film. There are a lot of directors that I will see regardless of how, it may look or whatever. But this looks very interesting. So, Sydney Sweeney, Ana de Armas, Vanessa Kirby, and Jude Law star in this film. And it deals with a group of people fueled by a profound desire for change, leave everything behind. They turn their backs on society and set their futures on the harsh landscape of the Galapagos. So again, Ron Howard film, definitely worth the view. Hopefully, here's the trailer.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are the very definition of survival of the fittest.
To those who dare to dream.
Dr. Ulta, your story inspired us to leave everything behind. Let's start anew.
Trust me. By this time next year, one of us will be gone. I personally hope it's not you.
We hunt. We fight. We kill.
They're trying their best to ruin us. They won't. Because we are a family.
You're a traitor. I will not let you destroy us.
Shut up!
Finally, the number 1 movie I'm looking forward to, and this should be probably everyone's number 1 for August, Weapons. This stars Julie Gardner, Josh Brolin, Benedict Wong. When all but one child from the same classroom mysteriously vanish on the same night at the exact same time, the community is left questioning who or what is behind their disappearance. A wild trailer. You probably have seen commercials for this movie. So, if you haven't, hopefully, here's the trailer.
This is a true story that happened in my town. So this one Wednesday is like a normal day for the whole school. But today was different. Every other class had all their kids. But Mrs. Gandy's room was totally empty. And you know why? Because the night before, at 2:17 in the morning, every kid woke up, got out of bed, walked downstairs, and into the dark. And they never came back.
I don't understand at all. Why just her classroom? Why only hers?
Where are our children?
We have a lot of emotional parents here. I think it's best if you keep some distance from this place. are you? Where did you go?
This is where the story really starts.
So that is it for this episode. Remember, Comic-Con is coming up. If you haven't seen my other 2 videos for their Comic-Con and how many people I've met and stories and so on, the shorts that I keep dropping to try to get more guests on who I've met at Comic-Cons, please go back and watch them and tell me your thoughts on anything. Go back and watch any of the episodes that if you're a newer viewer, go back and obviously season 1 was last year's stuff, and it's mostly all audio, so play it in the background if you need to. Do whatever you want to do. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all at the movies.
You like that, baby? Let him know where I came from, yeah!
See you next time. Bye.
Waiting for you. Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
That's all, folks.